Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Let's jump into Love Island USA. I know I'm about two episodes behind. I got a notification that we could start voting tonight. I'm gonna make sure I get my vote in. Every week I miss the cutoff time for who I want off the island. I'm gonna make sure today voting is today. Probably when I finish this live, I'm gonna go ahead and get my vote in. Yes, we got to get some people on off the island because I'm over it. I'm tired of it. It's too much sappy. Love. It's too late for all these love triangles. Let's go ahead and find love and move on and win the money. Hey Eric. Yes, we're gonna get into that Mama Bird challenge. Does anybody? I mean, who out here in TV land likes watching this? Like, why are we doing this? I literally was like this the entire time. Like, nobody likes watching that. But let's get into it. We got to get into the hot dance competition. Then we get on to episode 2. So up first, the previous episode was the dance competition, but I ain't see no dancing. And I ain't see nothing that would make my heart get to racing either. But thank you, Eric. I got my hair done, so I'm feeling myself. Thank you. Let's get into the categories. I made my own grading scale. Up first, Zeta should have went last. Zeta was the only one who did anything to me on the women's side. Zeta went first. She was the sexy nurse. I said, Zeta, you need to teach a class because the walkout alone was very sensual, very sexy. I was like, Zeta looks good. Timmy, you lucky. Real lucky. Zeta should have went last. She killed the competition, and I don't trust them grades at the end of it because to me they were lies. Zeta got an A+ for me. She got an A+. Up next was Deb. She was a cowgirl. Deb got a D+. I said, at least you tried. I mean, at least you did a little something. Jesse liked it. So, okay. Up next is Mackenzie, the new girl. She got a B+. She was the cheerleader. She didn't do no dancing. Yeah, Zeta did the damn thing. She didn't do any dancing, but at least Mackenzie had a nice strut. I liked her outfit. She looked amazing. So she got a B+, Mackenzie did. She at least looked sensual in what she was doing. Courtney looked like the Flintstones. I didn't know what Courtney had on. I said, Courtney, at least you did better than Deb, but that was a C-. No rhythm. You did something where you split your legs open, but that's not sensual. That's sexual. And no, I didn't like it. Courtney was a C-. Naja was a sexy devil. And I was like, Naja, you got all that ass and you can't twerk it? You can't even bend over and do a shake? You can't do nothing with all that ass, Naja? Naja got a C+. And the only reason she got a C+ is because she looked good and she did a little bit for her man. What's her man named? Jeff. But I was disappointed in Naja. Sydney came out there. Sydney looked really good. She was a cat. And it was the color combinations of her cat outfit. It was kind of like a gold, rust, black, ivory. It really set off her red hair. Her makeup was cute. Sydney can't dance, but she did what she had to do for Isaiah. So I gave Sydney a B because at least she looked good. And then last and definitely least was Phoebe. Phoebe is for the streets. I put this in my notes the whole time. She out here sucking fingers, sucking toes. She didn't even give me a little hip action. Phoebe got a C. A C. Like, we didn't ask for you to simulate sex. We asked for you to come out here and dance and make our heart rates go up. All the ladies missed the assignment except for Zeta to me. Let's go over here to the men. Up next, we have Jesse, who was some kind of captain. A lot of the men's costumes I didn't get. Jesse got an A. Look, I'm about to shade him, then I'm about to say something nice. We saw the little package where Jesse was fading the side of his hairline, getting that fade down. But I'm like, Jesse, you didn't do the top. And why is you got a gap? A patch is missing. It's like, I don't want to say the N word. Black people might know what the N word is when it comes to hair. I could say kinky. Kinky is appropriate. Okay. You got it faded down on the side, but then you got it all kinky up here. It doesn't look good. I wish somebody would properly do Jesse's hair. But I said that's the shade. Jesse looked good in them shorts. He had on some short shorts. I definitely could see all of the package that he was working with. Um, he knew how to work and move those hips in that package. Jesse did a really good job for me. The hairline threw me off, but he did what he had to do. Jesse got an A. Right. So Chad came out next. He was a pirate. Chad was corny. It's very clear that he can't dance. But sir, what you was up there doing gave me you don't know how to work it in bed either. I would not want to be with Chad after seeing what he did in that ceremony. Some of y'all still want him. I think you will be very disappointed in the bedroom. That's all I'm going to say. Chad got an F. Isaiah was next. I think somebody said he was a pilot. I didn't get it, but he did the worm. He did a little bit of hip action. It looked like he could at least hold a beat. It wasn't sexy to me, but I don't find Isaiah sexy, but that's because I can see through his bullshit. He did what he had to do for Sydney. He got a B-. Up next is Jeff, the sexy fireman. Whew. Jeff was working it. Like, Jeff was doing the damn thing for me. I wish he would have had on some little shorts, like what's his name? Jesse had on, just so I could see everything he was working with. Like, they gave him the baggy pants, and I didn't appreciate that. And I feel like y'all make these ladies walk around in their thongs, they asses out, they titties out this entire show. You can at least let us see what the men working with too. All of them should have had on the little shorts. All of them should have been showing us what they were working with. But I can kind of just imagine that Jeff working with something good. So he got an A for me. Jeff got an A. Joel came out. He was some kind of Roman warrior. He did a little bit. I gave him a B+ because he tried, and at least he was humping a little bit. Like he at least tried to dance a little bit. Last, Timmy is the Joker. Timmy refused to do anything serious but for Zeta, but once he got to Zeta, I'm like, oh, I just like them. You could tell the chemistry is natural and real. It's nothing like Isaiah and Sydney. Like, they give me, I'm trying for a TV show. I'm already giving him a nickname. Timmy and Zeta look natural, effortless. I love to see it. He got a B+. The winners, Jesse's heart rate went up for Sydney. And I was like, really? Sydney wasn't doing nothing. Chad went up for Phoebe, Isaiah, Sydney. Jeff went up for Mackenzie. Interesting. Joel went up for Courtney. Timmy went up for Zeta. Okay. Zeta went up for Timmy. Deb went up for Jesse. Sydney went up for Isaiah. Phoebe went up for Timmy. I don't believe that because Timmy didn't do nothing for nobody but Zeta. Naja went up for Isaiah. And I said, oh, true feelings. True feelings are showing because we all know Naja really wanted Isaiah. Mackenzie went up for Chad, and I said lies. Nobody went up for Chad. Nobody. You can't tell me no different. And Courtney went up for Joel. Okay, let's move on. So Chad and Courtney have this conversation where they pretty much break up. Courtney tells him, look, I ain't into you want to have conversations and chats and pools and whatever we call it for this show with Phoebe and Mackenzie. If you don't want to be with me, fine. I'm just surprised Courtney didn't try with Joel. It gives me the feeling that Courtney was ready to go home, and she probably asked to go home. I don't think she asked to go home, but she didn't try to stay. I said these chats are boring. I ain't take no other notes. Let's get to the recoupling. The boys get to pick this time. This should be very cut and dry. Let's go through it. Timmy picked Zeta. Jesse picked Deb. Jeff picked Naja. And he learned how to say something in Spanish. Whatever. Isaiah finally picked Sydney. Joel picked Phoebe. I thought Joel would kind of pick Mackenzie and Chad would pick Phoebe, but Joel picked Phoebe, Chad picked Mackenzie, Courtney is going home. Everybody started crying and I hit fast forward. I don't care. It's time for Courtney to go home. So Isaiah tells Phoebe, Chad kissed before the recoupling. No, I'm skipping my notes. Somewhere along the line, I think Chad tells everybody he kissed Phoebe before he picked Mackenzie. Because Chad picked Mackenzie. Yes. Isaiah tells everybody else. Chad tells Mackenzie. Phoebe don't tell Joel. And I'm like, see, Phoebe, there you go hiding stuff. Hey, Charles. Joel and Phoebe not gonna make it past tonight, and I hate that it's another triangle. I wish Joel would at least pick Mackenzie or Courtney because I ain't never think Phoebe wanted to be with Joel. I put in my notes, does this show have a reunion? Because right now at this point, I kind of see who the couples are: Jeb and Desi, Zeta, Timmy, Isaiah and Sydney. I just want to know, are these people still together 6 months from now? Because I really don't care about right now. And I guess Jeff and Naja. Thank you, Charles. Naja says Phoebe held back from Chad. Oh, this is where I wanted to cuss Naja out. Naja said Phoebe didn't get all in Chad's face because she had respect for Courtney and she didn't want to cross the line with Courtney still in the house. But now that Courtney is gone, Phoebe could, go after Chad. And I said, are you serious? Not Phoebe, who kissed two of her best friends' couples, Chaz, and then she was all up in, what's the other one's name? Joel, because Gabby Bella, Gabby, whatever her name is, she wanted Chaz and she wanted Joel, and Phoebe was kissing all on both of them. So if she ain't give nothing about no respect for her best friend in the house, she damn sure don't care about Courtney. So Naja, shut up. I said Phoebe is for the streets. She will do whatever with whoever to stay on this show. And it's sad because Phoebe by far is one of the most beautiful on the show. Like you said, natural beauty. I used to like Phoebe, but now I'm like, girl, it ain't that deep. You ain't gotta do it with everybody just to stay in the villa. But whatever. Let's move on because we're almost at the end of this. So, now we got to get to the Mama Bird challenge, and I'm not reviewing that. I did not fast forward, but I don't think I watched. I probably was scrolling through my phone, just kind of peeping, and I'm like, this is the nastiest shit ever, especially for the person who has to go second. Like, if you're first and you just got to chew up some food and spit it in somebody else's mouth, what's in the contract? Because Angie's not participating. You can't make me participate. You can't make somebody spit food in my mouth from their mouth. It is disgusting. Can we not do this on the show anymore? I don't understand the purpose. It's not entertaining. I don't know who wants to see this. What does this have to do with finding love? To me, it gives desperation and will do anything to be on TV. This is not the challenge. Anyway, so we get back to the house after the challenge. At the end of the day, let's fast forward. Phoebe wants Chad. Phoebe now realizes she wants Chad. She doesn't want to be with Joel. Mackenzie and Joel are sitting outside talking, and Mackenzie is like, oh, I trust Phoebe. That's my girl. And the whole time, Phoebe in the house kissing down Chad, legs spread on the makeup stand. And I believe production whispered in Mackenzie's ear and was like, go touch up your makeup. Mackenzie called Phoebe and Chad walking out of the dressing room. As she was walking in, Mackenzie knows what's up. I'm telling you right now, I'm voting Phoebe out tonight. If that's what we voting for, I'm voting Phoebe out tonight. Phoebe and Joel could go. Chat, while we voting, let's go ahead and get Chad and Mackenzie out. How many more weeks we got of this? Because I love this show, but I can tell as we get towards the end game, it gets boring. We already know Zeta and Timmy, we love them. We already know Isaiah is going to play in Sydney face to see if he can win the money. We already know Jesse and Deb, they're attached. They not going nowhere. So can we fast forward this along? Can we just get to voting, see who win the grand prize? Because all these chats mean nothing to me anymore. But anyway, you all, thank you for the review. I'm sorry I was a couple of episodes behind. I just wanted to catch this show up. That was it. That was pretty much it. So I'm going to leave that there. If you missed the live, please, if you're on the rewatch, get in the comments. Let me know what you thought about the recoupling and little dance heart rate challenge. I have been talking for a while. I'm about to take a break. You all know Kitchen Table Talk is my Sunday night show, 6 p.m. Central with Blissfully Single Bean. We go over all the hot topics of the week and we have a really good time for 1 hour. It will start at 6 p.m. Central up next. I have been talking for the past 2 hours, so I'm about to take a break, get my drinks together for the evening. We always have a good cocktail at the kitchen table. So if you're going to come back, go grab you a drink real quick. You have about 43 minutes to the next show. So go ahead and like this video if you have not hit like yet. If it's your first time with Kiss My Cheeks TV, go ahead and subscribe. Even if it's not your first time, go ahead and hit subscribe. Your girl is trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I am almost there. I do have good content. I do all the reality shows, all the competition reality shows, and like I said, we have Kitchen Table Talk where I cover the hot topics on Sundays. So I'm either going to see you in 43 minutes or I'm going to see you later on this week for another live. But until then, have a good night. Bye.